So your platform restricts speech.
Our platform promotes speech unless people violate our rules.
And in a specific direction.
In any direction.
This is a Fox News alert. Elon Musk has provided Matt Taibbi of Substack with thousands, apparently thousands and thousands of internal documents. Those documents prove, among other things, that the Biden campaign and the DNC directed Twitter to censor users, and Twitter complied.
Kind of funny, ain't it? The laptop they tried to hide from us all now threatens to topple the entire house of cards, almost giving new meaning to the Streisand effect. So, here is a quick rundown. Elon Musk partnered with journalist Matt Taibbi to release thousands of internal Twitter documents that expose the manipulation of internal policies to suppress the New York Post Hunter Biden laptop story, and to target conservatives for suspension. These files directly contradict statements made by, at the time, top Twitter lawyer and head of legal policy and trust, Vijaya Gadde, leaving me asking myself, what else have they lied to us about?
Tim, you're misinterpreting what I'm saying, and I feel like you're doing it deliberately. It's not about one particular thing. It's about a pattern and practice of violating our rules.
And you have a pattern and practice of banning only one faction of people.
I don't agree with that.
Quillette recently published an article where they looked at 22 high-profile bannings from 2015 and found 21 of them were only on one side of the cultural debate.
But I don't look at the political spectrum of people when I'm looking at their tweets.
Right, you have a bias.
I don't know who they are.
One of the documents proves that officials on the Biden team routinely directed Twitter to remove posts that reflected poorly on Joe Biden. Quote, "More to review from the Biden team," read one internal email from a Twitter employee just days before the 2020 election. That email included a list of several Twitter accounts that had criticized Joe Biden. The reply, quote, "Handled. We just checked." Now, those accounts remain suspended today.
So, not only was she blatantly lying, it's far worse than the question she was even asked. Not only were they targeting one side to benefit the other, internal Twitter teams were in direct communication with Biden's team, directing them on specific people to ban. Talk about shady backroom deals. This is the kind of thing everyone has the inkling is probably happening, but could never actually hope to prove. Yet, there it is.
Internally, Taibbi writes, quote, "The decision was made at the highest levels of the company, but without the knowledge of CEO Jack Dorsey, with former head of legal policy and trust, Vijaya Gadde, playing a key role." Now, in public, Twitter and its many allies and the rest of the media claimed that the New York Post story violated the hacked materials policy that Twitter had on its books. But internally at Twitter, everyone understood that was just a pretext. The laptop had not been hacked. According to Taibbi, one official admitted that, quote, "Hacking was the excuse." But within a few hours, pretty much everyone at Twitter realized that wasn't going to hold, but no one had the guts to reverse it.
Interesting. So apparently Jack Dorsey had no knowledge of these decisions that were happening internally, which honestly I find hard to believe. But it sort of aligns with his support of Elon Musk taking Twitter private and even a lot of his public statements. Maybe these board members just had too much power, but putting their fingers on the scales of a United States presidential election is an entirely different story. It's kind of weird. All these things they have been fear-mongering about Elon Musk possibly doing seem to have already been done by Twitter's previous ownership. And sadly, it's not even a surprise. But think of the implications and the scope of all this. Not only was Hunter Biden peddling corruption on a grand scale, the DNC and Twitter were working in collusion to suppress the information in the wake of an upcoming presidential election. Regardless of what side you're on, this should be deeply troubling to you. Want to hear more on this story? Check out this video that I made 2 years ago on Hunter Biden's laptop and the family corruption found inside it.